Hi everybody, this is Mandy with Mandy's Adventures. Today I am in Havre, Montana, and I am here at the HRDC building here in Havre, Montana for the weekend with the Friends of the Havre Animal Shelter. So I am standing outside the HRDC building right now, and I am getting ready to go in and chat with a couple of people about their spay and neuter clinic, and that is free, you guys. That is free to the community. If you want your pets to get shots, the shots are $10, and to get a microchip is $15. So here I go. Let's go on in. To be at this table, and it is the Friends of the Havre Animal Shelter. And then you're going to come in and you're going to fill out a form, and you will be entered into a room right in here. I don't want to show you guys because there's people in there. That's where you will be. So very, very easy process.
All right, I'm Kim Fettersfield, and I'm the president of Friends of the Havre Animal Shelter. Our main goal and mission is to support the shelter and the animals in the shelter, but we also support the community and bring resources where there are none. So that includes bringing spay and neuter clinics like we're doing today, vaccine clinics, pet pantry for food, all kinds of different things that we try to bring to the community, as well as just humane education of letting people know what spaying and neutering is, why it's so important, and why we do the work we do.
How long have you been doing this for, Kim?
So Pete, my husband, took over the Havre Animal Shelter in 2016. I believe it was May of 2016, so we've been working together. I'm not employed by the city, I just really like helping at the shelter, and as we've progressed, we realized that the shelter when he took over was a full pound, so it was essentially a whole 3 days in euthanize. And we both have big hearts for animals, and we were like, well, we just can't do that. So we've worked really hard together to bring it to a no-kill shelter. We founded Friends of the Havre Animal Shelter in 2018 to support that mission of bringing the city shelter to a no-kill shelter status, which no-kill means 90% or higher live release rate, and we do stay right in that 90% range, as we do still have to sometimes euthanize if it's absolutely necessary, but we do everything for an animal before that to try to get them into a home safely.
Lovely. And so what is happening at HRDC? I mean, where do the funds come from, and can people make donations, and how does that work?
Yeah, so we used to bring in an outside organization to do mass spay and neuter clinics, and one of my main goals was to make it all local staff, local doctors, local people. And last September, because of good old Dr. Terry believing in my goal of doing this, she said, okay, let's do it. And we had our first one, and it was just amazing. We were able to take a MASH style clinic, but bring up the quality of care a little bit higher than where it had been. So our standard of care is higher, the quality of care is higher. It's all local people donating their time and talent to make this happen for our community. And that makes me very, very proud.
And it's for what kind of animals?
We spay and neuter dogs and cats. We also offer low-cost vaccines and microchips.
Okay, Kim, so I see Dr. Maud for my dogs, my cats, and even when I have questions about my donkeys, and people on my vlog know how important my donkeys are, even though she doesn't do big animals, she's still, she's fantastic to ask questions. And that, so Dr. Maud from Eastside Animal Vet here in Havre, Montana, is a big part of this, correct?
She is the staple. She was my personal animals vet my whole life growing up. So her and I already had a very special bond. And then when Pete took over the shelter, we started going to her She oversees all of the medical care for every animal that goes into the shelter. That includes all of the spaying and neutering, porcupine quills, broken bones, cancer, everything under the sun is all run through Terry, because she is just absolutely incredible, and she donates so much of her time and talent to make this what it is. Pete and I could do all these things, but without her, we wouldn't be helping the number of animals that we're all helping together. So on top of all she does for the shelter, she also helps with our Friends has a spay neuter assistance program for owned pets, because we believe when we're helping people with kittens and puppies, we want them to be able to keep their animal, but we also want to help them get them fixed. So we have a free spay neuter assistance program that runs year round, and that's all done through Dr. Mort at Eastside. And on top of that, she also donates all of her time and talent to these spay neuter clinics, and she works so hard. Last night was incredible. She was in surgery from 9 o'clock in the morning until 11 o'clock last night.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised there.
It was crazy.
Yeah, she's a blessing, that's for sure.
She is, and she's the reason that we run about 600 animals through our little shelter a year.
Wow.
And she oversees all of that. She's incredible.
So with this weekend, how many pets do you think that you guys have been through?
So yesterday we did 42 surgeries, which
Wow.
is huge for one vet to do by themselves. And today we're going to be right around 30. So we'll be about 70 for the weekend, which is awesome. Last year with 2 vets, we did 84, if that kind of shows in comparison of how much Dr. Moore did by herself this weekend.
And how often do you do this, Kim, this event?
So we used to only do one a year. It was all, we get a grant through the Sands Memorial Foundation. They're amazing at supporting what we do in our mission and our work, and it aligns with what with their mission to support spaying and neutering. And so they really like that we do these clinics, and they're unbelievably supportive of them. We typically would only do one a year, and this is our second one this year.
Lovely.
And that's super, super cool to bring more than one to the community in a year.
Okay, and how can anyone in a community, can they volunteer with their time? Or if they're like, oh my gosh, I really believe in this event, but I cannot volunteer my time, but I would love to donate money or supplies, how would they go about that?
Absolutely. We so appreciate any donations. We are a full-fledged nonprofit, a 501c3, so your donations are tax deductible as well, but any kind of gifts to go towards supplies, vaccines, the anesthesia needed for the surgeries, the medication, just anything that we have to buy, all of those ourselves, and that's part of doing these clinics by ourselves. We have our own equipment, and we supply all of everything for them. Something as simple as maybe sending the staff lunch for the day or breakfast, which we do have. Infinity Bake Shop sends us breakfast both mornings every year, and they're just fantastic about it. There's a few people that will donate cases of water, cases of Gatorade, just things to keep the staff moving throughout the day. And supplies, we extra crates, things like that, pee pads. Food sometimes helps when we're doing this, like dog and cat canned food. Just anything you want to donate toward, we will put it to use.
And where will they take that?
They can reach out to us directly. You can call my number. It's on our Facebook page. Through Facebook, you can take it straight to the shelter and drop it off if you would like. The police department's super great. You can leave it at the police department here in Havre for donations. We love blankets and towels and all of those sorts of things. And if you want to come snuggle little kitties like Nova here, you're welcome to come and help wake animals up from surgery. We're always looking for hands to rub an animal to wake them up.
Oh, so Kim, when they take like blankets and supplies to, like, say, have a police department, how should the people label those supplies?
They can just walk right in and tell the dispatcher what it's for, and the the shelter is a branch of the city, so they are used to receiving donations for them.
Lovely. And they can also take it out to you guys at the Havre Animal Shelter also?
Yes.
Okay.
Pete's open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, and if he's not there, if he's on a call or something of that nature, you can call the number on the door, or you can reach out to us beforehand, and we'll make sure either he or I are there to meet you there.
Okay. And Kim, bless your heart for what you do and your team. I am telling you, I'm a softie. I'd love to wake these cats home, but I also want to wake them up, and the dogs, but I want to take them home too. Because, you know, look at, you know,
well, this one has kind of a cool story. A family that came to us has a bit of a cat problem, and they're aware of it, and they're doing everything they can to help that situation. And so us having these clinics allows them to get some help on spaying and neutering. And this little one, they got fixed yesterday, and one of our cat cuddlers fell in love with her, and she is now taking her home.
Love. See, it's a win-win, isn't it? And,
It really is.
you know, animals have feelings too. They really do, and they know when they're loved. I mean, look how content she looks in your arms, Kim.
And she had surgery yesterday, so this isn't anesthesia. This is just her very happy.
Content. Oh my gosh. And she's not lost in this world anymore, and having the surgery and that has prevented the population that goes astray.
But
you
I
know,
think it's important to touch on the importance of people that are stepping up into those roles to
Yes.
help the animals as well. We have a lot of community cat colony managers is kind of what we term them, but they're so much more than that. They're doing the work, they're getting their own traps, even if they're feral cats. People have worked really hard to bring these kitties in this weekend, and I just so appreciate, and it means a lot to us to see everybody coming together to work toward a common goal, and that's spaying and neutering and controlling the overpopulation.
and I was just going to say, Kim, what one thought would you leave us with today?
I think just thank you to, our staff. I couldn't have handpicked a better staff of the entire world. I've never seen a more dedicated group of people that just truly come together for the common good. I'm just incredibly proud to work with them and to have them here working with me. And also to all the pet owners out there that, we see you and we appreciate all that you do, and we're just happy to be here to help you love your pets. And whatever you need, if it's food or helping get them fixed or anything like that, we're just really glad to be here and doing the work we're doing. Okay, so one thing I think that is very important to mention in us forming our own spay-neuter clinics and being able to do them ourselves with everybody local, the equipment was donated by Penny Berggren, who was the head of Kitty Keepers for years. And all of her work is just incredible to see the torch being passed on to us, and it means a lot to us that she trusts us, and she is really engaged with what we're doing and happy with what we're doing. And her and Dr. Terry worked together a lot, and they created the Highline Spay Neuter Clinic, which was, I think, for cats only. And now we've kind of progressed that into being able to do dogs and cats, but without Penny and Terry's work, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing and able to do the things that we're doing. She's allowed us to use all of her equipment. She has offered whatever we need anytime. And so now with our own equipment, we're able to do these more often, and we're looking at doing even more than 2 a year.
Kim, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for all you do for our community. And I know you guys go on the outskirts too, because you hear about it. So your names are very well known in the community and from all the animals in the community. A big shout out, thank you to you and to Pete and the rest of your volunteers. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you for coming today.
Yes, and people that want more information, I'm going to leave all that information in my description box. Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.
All right, guys, so on that note, I hope that there was a lot of information there for you to understand the concept of what is happening with the Friends of the Havre Animal Shelter and what goes into spayed and neuter, and with the microchips and the shots. I am going to leave all the contact information in my description box. Good people in there. Sorry guys, you know me with animals. I just get so emotional, and I could really seriously, I seriously felt the love that they had for those animals, and they're not even their animals, they're other people's animals, or they're strays, and the love and the comfort and holding them, and it's gonna make me want to volunteer. I just gotta tell myself I can't take that animal home. But anyway, I'm so glad they asked me to come and vlog and bring awareness to what happens in your community. If you're not in the Havre area, check with your local animal shelter and see if they have clinics like this. You'll be surprised what's out there and that you don't know about. But if you don't know, you don't ask, right? Or even your local police department. Anyway, again, thank you. Yeah, lovely people. I'm gonna leave you on that note. Until our next adventure, if you like this vlog, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe. Until then, and our next adventure, take care, love one another, hug your fur baby, and do what's best for them. Until I see you again soon, take care everybody, bye.